grab your copy of the Star this morning because, my goodness, you know, we've talked about those small things women do for the church. We've talked about that. Pastor anataka kuku, that's okay. Pastor anataka sausage na mayai, that's okay. Pastor anataka niende ushuhuda ya jioni, it's okay. In the Star this morning, this is the headline: Prophet or war in 1.5 billion shilling fight for Nairobi flats. They belonged to a lady called Jane Muthoni. Jane Muthoni was a hotshot lawyer. Super hotshot. Then she ingeared Owor's church.
Holiness.
Holiness. Repentance and Holiness Church. Punde si punde.
Gavla binvu.
Aki. Before you could even say what? She had transferred her real estate worth 1.5 billion shillings, which include residential properties on Riverside Drive in Nairobi. She had transferred all her cars to him. She had made him a signatory to her accounts. And now the family is in court with a war.
Yes, because wansema mama yao alikuwa amechanganyikiwa.
You know, I can understand kuchanganyikiwa ya 2,000 shillings. That and I understand. I can understand kuchanganyikiwa of you've got 2 chickens in the house, your wife takes one and rushes it to the pastor. I can understand that. This is property worth 1.5 billion.
And this is a top lawyer, eh?
Top shotter. Ile wanaitanga top shotter. Her daughter claims the mother was misled to hand over the flats.
I'm with the daughter.
What is misled? What do you mean brainwashed? You're one of the hottest lawyers in town. Who could possibly tell you what to make you do something like this?
Your mother alipea nani how much? Bonke?
Renard Bonke? 500,000.
Pass.
Kohoda. Me, I felt like killing her.
So have you asked yourself, how come men don't do that? Ama kuna wala na umama hawakuja conference.
Hawakuja men's conference.
How do you transfer a whole estate
on Riverside Drive?
Nini na washikara? On a serious note,
let's just clear this once and for all, because this just doesn't make sense. Who could tell you what to make you even your salary, your entire salary, taking it to one person? What have they told you?
Biblia inasema tupeane 10%. Hii yote ya kupeana. What is that? Umerogwa na nani? Wengine wanaenda wanaacha gari.
She transferred her big SUVs. All of them belong to the church now.
Oh, niambie. One Sunday, unaenda unapeana kila kitu.
What do they tell you, ladies? What's the most you've given the church? And what were you told to make you do it?
It will come back.
Come back where? Let me ask you. Flats worth 1.5 billion come back from where?
Sasa sijui aliambiwa nini?
Ladies, if you can tell us this, because I've never heard of a man do this. If you know of one, I'd love to hear from you.
Men don't do that. Hata kutoa sadaka na wanaga wengine wanatoa na anataka kuchukua cheki.
What's the biggest thing your woman has gone and given the church? But I'd love to know what the pastors tell you. What do they tell you? Because this is madness. This is insanity. What do they say to you?
And the other thing, she quit her job.
Yes.
To focus.
She shut down her practice.
To concentrate mambo ya kanisa.
Yes.
Hey.
That one I can understand. Maybe she feels she's following a calling. That's okay. But these apartments worth 1.5 billion, all her SUVs, he's a signatory to her accounts. How? And if you're a relative of this lady, Jane Muthoni, I'd love you to give me a call on 0711 046 105 and tell me what they told your mom. What did they tell mom? Because I'm sure you saw your mom as a top shot lawyer. Property like this just didn't come on a silver platter. She's an investor. She's a sought after lawyer. She knows her business. So what did they tell mom? If your wife has given away something ridiculous, I'd love to hear from you. If you're a pastor, I want to hear from you.
Where is
What
the
do you
husband?
tell these women?
Where is the husband? Mbona ulizi husband? Hizi vitu zikipeanwa zote.
Who says there has to be a husband?
Okay, again. Sorry, I forgot to Kocha Magani.
0711-046-105 is my number. Give me a call, because this is disturbing. At the very least, my short code is 22494.
1.5 billion shillings is a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
This even is wrong on its own. Listen to this. Owor's lawyer says the mother voluntarily appointed Holiness Church member as a director of her real estate company. Why would any sane person do that? Even this lawyer, what's wrong with you? You're a lawyer, you cannot see that's madness. Would you voluntarily put Owor in charge of your finances? Even you sometimes. Her daughter claims the mother was misled and brainwashed to hand over these flats on Riverside Drive. I'm trying to wonder, what the hell do they tell you, these pastors? Really? I can understand the 1,000 shillings. I can understand the come and sweep my house thing. I can understand the bring me a chicken. I've eaten too much meat this week. What the hell do they tell you? If you're a pastor, I need to hear from you. What do you tell these people? Frederick Horace, let me just go to your messages saying these people handle a lot of demons and transfer them to people by using God's name in vain, and they'll keep you coming back to them, only them knowing what they've done, pretending they are healing you, yet when they lay hands on you, they're transferring the demons to you. Frederick, you actually believe that? Because to me, it's just plain. I don't want to call it brainwashing, because that's madness. Dan, you're saying it's money. Sadly, my aunt in 1994 gave up everything, including eloping with a shameless guy to Ghana, leaving my 5 cousins and uncle who were trying to convince her to no avail. She came back a couple of years ago, totally beat with nothing to show. It's been a roller coaster, because sadly my cousins have kept off her kabisa. Uncle tries to keep her fed and rents her 1-room place in Kitengela. How convincing are these pastors? And how convincing do they have to be for you to give up 1.5 billion shillings worth of property, all your SUVs, you shut down your lawyer practice, and make them a signatory to your accounts? Someone explain to me how it works.
Good morning, Maina.
Morning.
And I need to be honest with you.
Yeah, sorry, you need to be?
Honest with you, well?
Yeah.
There's nothing as worse as a woman who is desperate.
Uh-huh.
At one point, I did not have a job.
Yeah.
And, based on my fact that I'm a single mother of 2 children.
Yeah.
I was jobless.
Yeah.
I didn't have money. I had not paid my rent. I had absolutely nothing even to feed my babies.
Yeah.
So I went to visit this certain pastor.
Yeah.
So she kept praying for me. But she told me I have to give something to God for him to be able to give me a job. She told me to get something.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything. Then this pastor tells me, you get anything in your house, something that will please God. Get anything. And he kept pushing me. The only thing that I had to give was my bed.
Okay.
The only bed that I have. I only had one bed. We were sharing that bed with me and my 2 babies. So I desperately gave out in the bed.
Guy.
I was left with nothing. We actually started sleeping on the floor. But I gave it. I gave it out because I didn't even have a choice. I think it's more of, some torture. They instill some fear or something.
Yeah.
You feel with so much fear. You don't even know what to do. You're so desperate. I don't know.
So
I gave out.
So you
gave out.
So you gave away the bed?
Yes.
And then?
I was left with nothing. We were sleeping on the floor. But apparently I did not even have a job. I did not even get the job later. No.
And after you gave the bed, did you ever hear from that pastor again?
No. It was a 4x6 bed plus a mattress. Can you imagine? I was left with nothing. We were sleeping on the floor. We'll just lay the blankets on the floor and cover up also with another blanket, and that's it. I think, I don't know what it is. I think it's being desperate or something.
So for how long did you sleep on the floor after you gave out your bed?
It's almost 3 months until now. My sister came in and discovered what I was going through. That is when my sister now popped in and she got me out of that madness. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. I don't know. It's crazy. I gave out my now. I don't know. It's some manipulation, and they push you in a way that your mind thinks of nothing but what they tell you, and they say it's so real.
So he told you give God something so he can give you a job.
Yes.
And you had nothing, so he said go look for something in your house. So you went home and took your bed, brought it to him.
Yes.
And then you went away.
Yes.
And you never heard from him again.
No.
Did you ever go back to him?
He kept telling me, God will hear my prayers. You're almost there. You're almost there.
So go home and pray.
Yes.
And for 3 months you slept on the floor with your babies?
Yes. My 2 babies, my 2 girls.
Guy.
My 2 girls, Maina. Imagine. It's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. These pastors are crazy.
But things are better now?
Sorry?
Things are better now?
I would say yes. I would say it's better now. It's better now. I thank God. I can't complain much more. I thank God.
Thank you for sharing your story with me. Now, what the hell is that? Seriously, what the hell is that? With this world of ours. I'm trying to put myself in Jane Muthoni's shoes. I'm a hotshot lawyer. I've made it big time. Then I'm introduced to a church. Then someone tells me something that makes me go and hand over my residential flats at Riverside Drive worth 1.5 billion. Then they tell me something else that makes me hand over all my SUVs. Then they tell me something else that makes me make them a signatory to my account. This is your Goma. Like I said, I can understand that come to my house and sweep the church thing. I can understand that thing of najisikia mayai na bacon leo. That one I understand, I get it. I even understand the bring me a chicken. Sijawahi kula white meat in a long time. Everything else is just madness. And if we don't call it for what it is, then we are mad. Dan Patrick, you're saying, I think these praying people need prayers. Rather, it's end times. My Bible calls them sons and daughters of Belial. The characters exactly how the Holy Book defines. Generation of the serpent. Be ready for more scary events. Justin Kanga saying, if government doesn't intervene, this trickster's aggressiveness, our women will be without their kidneys soon. My neighbor's wife sold the last of the family's cow, tied the calf on a pole, and went to a Wars Nakuru crusade. I'm trying to wrap my mind around what you're told. And if you're a pastor, I'm trying to understand what you tell your flock to make them do stuff like this. Clinton Daniel saying, you're describing her as a top shot lawyer, but you're forgetting the one important thing, that she's a woman, and women generally are attracted to religion, magic, horoscopes, and witchcraft. Guy. So how does all this work?
Hi, Maina.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
I think there's a problem with Kenyans.
Yeah.
We are totally gullible with the things that go around us.
Yeah.
Be it politically, be it religion,
yeah,
be it pyramid schemes. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
We practically see the lies in front of us, but we don't want to. We don't want to take the action. We don't want to do the right thing.
Yeah.
The church in Kenya, most of them,
yeah,
you can practically see these guys are conning people.
Yeah.
But guess what happens? we all tend to run to them. It's not only women. Let people not say that it's only women.
Yeah.
I've been to churches, and I even see some young men and the things that they get into in the churches. Look at the political field. The pastors, the churches, the pastors come and steal from us.
Yeah.
Look at the political field. All these guys come, they lie to us. Now they hoodwink us, and we allow them to steal our taxes. So you wonder, what is wrong with our society? Is it that we don't read it? Is it that we don't want to learn from other people? Is it that we don't see what's ahead of us? I don't know what it is. There's a problem in this country. We are totally gullible. And let no one lie to you that it's only the women who are, because even the men are also in the same game. We are all hoodwinked to some crazy thing, because we all run. Because even look at the pyramid schemes in this country. How many people are conned day and night?
Very many.
Yes, exactly. So you wonder what is wrong. I think somebody needs to do a survey and find out and figure out why we are gullible and why we get into all these schemes. Because you can call them schemes.
Okay.
You know? Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Very good point of view. Okay, what's going through your